Yo, once again, like I always say, if you're not down with the bullshit and you're down with the real shit, like and subscribe. Um, yo, man, I just wanted to, for a minute, touch on the whole aspect of the truth. You know, people got to look at the truth from just what really comes from it. The truth is just like fact. What you think about that or how that makes you feel is on you. Nobody has control over that. Only you got control over that. First of all, that's you know, um, whatever so-called truth gets stated, printed, displayed, or communicated in whatever way. The whole thing about it is, it just is what it is. You know. Now, you don't have to like the truth. You don't have to hate the truth. Truth of the matter is, you don't even have to accept the truth, but the truth's still gonna be what it is. You know. And like I said, how people react to it and how they feel about it is on them. Like you could commit a crime, you get caught by the police committing a crime. You try to tell the police, I didn't do it. Police say, yo, we seen you did it. We got evidence that you did it. Other people have confirmed you did it. And then you say, nah, that's a lie. I don't give a fuck what you saying. I don't give a fuck what they saying. I'm saying I didn't do it. So okay, you go to a court of law, jury trial, or civil trial, however that may go, criminal, civil, however that may go, based upon the evidence, they find you guilty. You sit in jail. Are you telling people, your relatives, your girl, or if it's a woman, your guy, your husband, your family, whatever, and you say, I didn't do that shit. I don't give a fuck what they saying. They put all this shit like just mapped out in the paper, or if it comes out in the paper, or if it gets seen some kind of way online, the court process, how everything went, and the evidence that was presented, and it keeps and they show film, and they have people that can confirm you were here at this point in time, you did say this, and blah blah blah, and this and that. And they show some kind of chronological order that went step by step, this led to this, and all that can be true. And people, like, based upon the evidence, can only come to the conclusion that you did do this. You steady sitting up there saying, you steady saying, I didn't do it. I don't give a fuck about what the evidence say. I don't give a fuck how people think about it intelligently. I don't give a fuck about what hypothesis was used. I don't give a damn about none of that shit. I said I didn't do it. See, the criminal, the person who got convicted of the crime can say that. You could actually say that because you feel like, see, there's a part. There probably because there's a part of that person that feels like, yo, even though I might have did what they said I did, he say, I don't feel that I should be punished for this. So therefore, I don't feel like I did anything wrong. So, yo, if you're gonna try to use this as an example of me doing something that was wrong and then convict me for it, I don't feel like none of this is justified. So, hey, I'm gonna say I didn't do it just because, you know, that person doesn't want to. If they're not lying, I'm saying. Not talking about somebody wrongfully convicted. I'm talking about when people, rightfully so, are convicted for the crime that they actually did do. Their whole thing is they don't want to deal with the process of what that truth, brings. And so they denounce the so-called truth, or they don't respect the so-called truth, or don't want to adhere to it. But that's their choice. They can be like that. However, the law being what it is, you still going to jail. So it's like saying if you keep living your life based upon uh, truths and reality that you just feel or see, in your head, in your mind, and then you think that is the truth in a worldly sense, you're gonna see what that's gonna bring you. Uh, I tripped off of I told my boy one time, the hitman, I said, "Yo, man, you have to really have a lot of respect for Gemini's, based upon things I've read about Gemini's and stuff like that, and how and how I've seen how Gemini's have also acted and behaved, and how if they formulate a thought in their mind, they have a strong will and conviction to believe what they believe, no matter what. And I told him, I said, man, at the same time, that's a strength that, damn, that's really that's because the whole thing about them being like having split personalities, flipping from one emotion to the next, and everybody outside of them is tripping like, what the fuck? Wait a minute, hold on. How was you just happy and cool just about 5 minutes ago, and all of a sudden, like a light, like a switch went off, bam. Now you all pissed off, and now you want to kill up the world. And to Gemini's, that whole split personality thing makes sense to them inside their head. They think it made sense for them to, hey, I was cool 1 minute, yeah, and then this happened, boom, I went the fuck off. But in their mind, they didn't do nothing wrong. It makes sense to them that they did that. And they have this kind of, like I said, this strong moral conviction that, like a Gemini could be like this. If a Gemini thinks that they are a great singer and they sing a song and everybody around them, boo, oh man, that shit sounds terrible. Oh shit, what the fuck? It sounds like somebody not fucking killing the cat. It sounds like somebody raping a cat. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh shit, y'all hear that dog in the background? It sounded like that. Like, motherfucker, you singing or barking? What the, what the hell is going on? But in their mind, if they think I can sing, they don't give a fuck about what nobody else think. They go on American Idol and get booed the fuck off stage. They get off that stage, don't matter to in their mind. They'll be like, Simon Cowell don't know about music. Randy Jackson don't know nothing about music. And people like, what the fuck? Do you know these motherfuckers didn't produce uh multiple platinum hits, and you know how long these motherfuckers been in music? I don't give a fuck. What does that mean? That don't, because in their world, that don't matter. In my world, their world is in here. In my world, I said the motherfuckers wasn't shit, and so they ain't shit, and they don't have no problem. Like, I'm just saying, like, yo, that's a trip. Like, they're the one few people that, yo, man. I mean, shit. I mean, like, if anybody remember, there was an interview one time with Tupac, and Tupac was talking about how he said, yo, he was better than KRS One, Rakim, Ice Cube, um, he was talking about. I think he might have said Nas and Jay Z. He might have put them all in there. Yeah, because he named about 5 different people look like that. So he might have said Nas and Jay Z. He was talking about, can't none of them beat me. Now, of course, wait, from the start, from a lyrical perspective, people that's really entrenched in hip hop from the start, you can think like, what the fuck? Like, wait a minute, man. Hold on, dude. We understand you all about thug life and your Black Panther background and you're a revolutionary and you said, what the hell are you talking about? Look, wait a minute, man. These some of the greatest lyricists all time. Hold on, dude. You do what you do, and we understand that. But now we talking about lyrical. Now we ain't talking about political shit and social justice. No, we ain't not talking about that. We talking about straight up on the mic. What the fuck are you talking? You know, that would make you think, oh, this motherfucker then flipped his everlasting. You know, he's gone. But he was saying how, you know, he broke it down. He said the reason why people would pick me over them if I was to ever battle them is because he said, you know, because I'm for the people. So he was saying like because of how I come, the way I come with what I'm saying, I'm more realer than any of them because my shit is all based upon, you know, uh the humanitarian aspect of feeling for my people and being a representation of my people and speaking for them. And, you know, so because of his material, what he talks about and everything, he said that's why people would pick me over them. The other thing about it, there's an aspect to what he's saying that is the truth. You know, that's why you'll see dudes every sit up there, man, listening and like look at like, if you look at the young people today, you trip like why they sit up there and they'll listen to Young Thug, they'll listen to you know, all these crazy rappers that like just be saying all kind of shit, like especially like a lot of the mumble rappers, fucking designer, and you know, they listen to a lot of these dudes, and you be like, and they be just like, yeah, yeah, you know, like that shit, and you just see them just, and they just going, you know, and anybody like that that was down with hip hop, like I would say a little bit, you know, probably like a little bit pre 2000, or maybe just a few years into it, just a few years, you know. Basically, it's almost like after about maybe the game. I'm gonna say the game, 2005. Almost like after the game, like then shit start going haywire. You really didn't hear nobody spitting lyrics anymore. Everything was all about some aspect of getting high or shaking your ass or just tripping off of the scribbles. All the dirty just started coming up, and the whole landscape of the music world as far as hip hop, at which this shit now is getting, that's shit now we're getting away from hip hop, we're getting into rap music now. That's just, it's no longer, because hip hop pertains to the culture too. So these guys ain't tripping off the culture. They just trying to say some whatever shit and make some money, and that's it. And that's, you know, and that's why you start seeing them, and you see, you know, and you put on somebody be spitting, and they just, you just look like, if somebody really spitting, they looking like, the fuck is that shit? I mean, really looking at it like, what the fuck is that? If you try to like take some of these youngsters back, say, yo, man, let me put on something, man. Show you what real hip hop is about. And you put on some Rakim, or you put on some Nas, or you put on some, you know, shit, some of them motherfuckers, man. Some old, you put on some Red Man, you know. I mean, you liable to see a young person nowadays look at Wu Tang and say, man, that motherfucker's garbage, dude. I don't like all that shit them motherfuckers be saying. And you looking like, what in the fuck? You know, are you they really serious? Because their minds are fixated on what they like. They're not tripping off the fact that y'all like a lot of music nowadays that makes no sense. But they'll tell you, or you know, if you don't like that shit, then you old to them, and then, you know, y'all just ain't feeling where we coming from. You know, you just not understand what the heck. Wait a minute, I'm not so if a dude rapping with a bunch of gibberish and he just blah, 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 and he rather be, I can't understand a little pump, and I can't understand nobody can understand what the fuck these do. You don't even understand what the fuck they saying. You said a vibe, a feeling. I mean, you hearing people saying, you don't have to make sense no more. Like we don't trip up. I don't have to have three verses. I might feel just a half a verse and make the song 7 minutes long. If that's what I want to do, that's what I want to do. As long as people feel it, like what the hell. So it's like with the young generation now, they're more so living like basically they're saying you don't have to make sense. Like, and then they're saying in their world, in their mind, that's true. Like, and you might, how in the fuck have we got to a point where now you no longer have to communicate sensibly so that everybody can understand what the fuck you say. Just if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. That's it. And you know they'll try to honestly make sense out of just understanding. Now there has to be an understanding that to say if you don't make sense, there's still sense in it in not making sense, purposely and intentionally, because that's what they choose to fucking believe. So the whole, so, it's but getting back really to the main thing is, you know, truth is just what it is. So when people say certain things or people make certain statements that you don't like, and then people want to get all political about shit, and oh, well, if you say something that this certain group doesn't fucking like, we're gonna launch a political campaign against you to stop you from saying what the fuck you saying or doing what you doing because we over here don't like it. See, that's how people have problems with censorship and we have these special select groups like in in the world that you're gonna protect them. The social justice warriors want to go and protect them and say, "Oh, it's wrong to cast disparaging remarks about them. It's wrong to make them the butt of jokes or it's but okay, but then who is? That's why a lot of comedians are now saying they don't like the state of the world now as far as doing stand up or whatever because you don't know what's going to offend anybody. You say a certain joke, and like comedians say, like really everything is supposed to be on the table. They're comedians. Everybody should be able to be made fun of, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're Latino, whether you're gay, whether you're straight, whether you bisexual, whatever. If you want to be respected as a person, a human being, and you say you want things to be equal, well then equally, then you got to all take that shit. Everybody. I don't give a fuck whether you're skinny, whether you're fat. You can't just sit up here and be saying, "Oh no, I take offense to what you're saying about me because of my fucking condition." Yeah, yeah. But you want to sit up and fucking laugh at everybody else. See, that's fake. That's fake as fuck. You know. Um, and it's like everybody. It's something about everybody where any and everybody could be embarrassed about something or ashamed about something. I mean, that's what makes us all. That's the very thing. That's the very thing that fucking things like that connect us as human beings. Because we all have these certain feelings at various different times. They might not be at the same time, but at various different times in our life, you know, we feel certain things where, like, oh damn, somebody might say something about us that we don't necessarily like, but it's the truth. See, now how you handle that is based upon you as an individual. That's all I'm saying. That's all. That's all the fuck it is. I mean, you can't expect everybody in this damn world to like you. You can't. Everybody in this world, unfortunately, ain't gonna even respect you. But you know, the truth is just what it is. That's all it is. And how you react to it you know, is based upon, you know, how you choose to. You have free will to deal with the truth and react to it how you want to and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's all truth is just like the only thing it is just a fact. That's it. Um, somebody like they say 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, 1 plus 1 is 2. You can look at 1 plus. Okay, 1 plus 1 is 2. And you can look and say, and all right. So what? What the fuck that mean? Person might say nothing. Just saying 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, that's a fact, right? You don't have to get mad about it. You don't have to get upset. But if you sit up there and you say, wait a minute, 1 plus 1 is 2. You said that for a reason. Nah, you just ain't said that just to be saying that. What you doing? You calling me stupid or something? This is how people be reacting to shit. You be like, why did I have to be calling you stupid? Or do you inside feel a sense of insecurity about your own intellect? You see how that works? So the truth is just the truth, man. But how y'all react to the truth, feel about the truth, you know, you have control over that. Understand that. So, peace.